Runaway Bay Park is about an hour south of Brisbane. This park has one of the better scenes when it comes to bike riders. Anytime I've gone down there, there's been a handful of riders. The main section of this park is two connecting bowls ranging from about 6.5 foot to about 5 foot with a variable width street spine to spine set up in the middle. Really fun park. You can kind of only have one rider at a time, but because it doesn't get crazy busy, it's not a big deal. The street spine sort of style section is about a foot and a half in length. Mellow tranny both sides, so it sets you up really well for doing sort of crazy sort of spine stuff. And then you've got a more traditional spine right next to it. Probably a little bit too mellow, this spine, but still super fun, and with a quarter before and after it, plenty of fun to be had on it. Got a teardrop sort of volcano on the end of it, which act as a hip, or if you just need more speed to hit the quarter after it, you can hit that section instead. The sub box is a good length and height. It might be a little bit set back than it should be, but still a lot of people make it work and work it really well. It's definitely a little bit tired from the years of abuse, but it still holds its own. One problem with this park is there's no drainage. So anytime it rains, you've got to squeegee the water all the way out of the bowl section because there's no drainage holes in either of them. So be prepared for that. Outside of the two bowls, there's a small hip on one section of it, which also leads to the bank and the hubber. Hubbers aren't anything special. They're kind of pretty low on the bank, so it's not very exciting, but there's plenty of deck space off that hip so you can link things out of the quarter. On the other side of the bowl, it berms around, which actually works out as a really fun flyout onto that mellow bank, as it's very forgiving. Craziest thing I've seen at Runaway Bay is Boyd Hilda's bar to wall ride to 180 back into the bowl on the old building that used to be behind the back of the bowl. He even cabbed over the spine after it perfectly. There is a second section to this park, but to be honest, for bike riding it's pretty pointless. There's like a mellow 4 foot quarter at one end, and the other end's just a mellow bank with a driveway and a ledge that's too low for us in the middle. Skaters sort of session it, which helps sort of separate the two parts of the park. Unless you're sort of learning the ride, there's not much point to it. There's plenty of parking, there is a drink tap, there's a little bit of shade but not a huge amount. There's also a hole in the roof right where the seats are, so if it rains the seats just get wet anyway.